Welcome back to Melly Loves Death Metal. Happy Monday. I was going to do a regular, rebuilding my vinyl collection update today and show off like 5 or 6 new records that I got. But I decided to dedicate a double half-ass review video today for 2 releases that have come out fairly recently. Well, one was like a week ago. That I've just been addicted to and hooked on and wanted to dedicate a video for that. So wouldn't get lost in a video of like 7 other releases. And that is the new Rip to Shreds album and the new Cosmic Putrefaction album. So these are 2 albums that I have been spinning a lot, that I absolutely love, that are skyrocketing on my year-end list. There's a lot of these later releases coming out this year that are really changing up a lot of things and just becoming some of my all-time favorite records for the year. So I feel like every week it's something new that comes up and I'm like, oh yes. So let's start with Rip to Shreds. So this is the new album Sanchi on Relapse Records. This is the 4th full-length album from this band. You have to know one thing though, if you're not familiar with Rip to Shreds, this is Andrew Lee's band, who primarily did everything as a one-man act from all of his albums leading up until let's see here. Was it Jubian, where he finally added additional people? Yeah, where he added a drummer and a bassist from the last album that came out in 2022, which I was a huge fan of that album. Actually, I wore that shirt yesterday. I should have saved that for today. But now we've got this 4th full-length album here, and he's added an additional vocalist named Michael Chavez, who is awesome. A great addition to this album. All the albums that has been put out in the past are all really good. There's not a single bad Rip to Shreds album. I have Luan and Jubian. I'm saying those so wrong. I know I am. I've shown them off and talked about them on here. But this easily is my favorite album so far that Andrew Lee has made for Rip to Shreds. Like I said, in past albums, the first full length and I believe the second full length, he did. There's the doggo. He did everything. He did vocals, bass, guitars, everything. And then up until the last full length that came out a couple years ago, 2 years ago now, he has additional people. It's like a full-blown band now. So that progression that has happened has been fun to see. It's been fun to watch. And I think that Andrew Lee's an incredible musician. Great guitarist. I love his vocal style. I love his songwriting. And it shines on every single album that he puts out. So this album particularly is, like I said, probably my favorite one that's put out so far. I knew it was coming out. However, it kind of skated under my radar because there's just been so much going on this year. So when I finally sat down and listened to it, I was like angry at myself that I didn't pay much attention to it when it first came out. So it came out back in, come on computer, September 27th. So it's been out, for over a month now, or almost a month now. So it's been several weeks. So here is the album cover. It's got like that spot gloss going on there. This artwork is done by an artist that does like the traditional stuff. That was a great explanation right there. I'll find it in just a minute. It's on the Bandcamp page, the details of it. And then here again is the back of the album cover. So this is Relapse Records. I think I said that already. A printed inner sheet here with some additional artwork and lyrics right there. And then the album itself, this is I don't remember what variant this is. The custom marble edition, limited to 200 copies. I don't know. I just ordered whatever was available on Relapse. It's just this color. Not a huge fan of it at all, but it is what it is. There were several other color variants. I think some of them are pretty sold out already. So that's the vinyl. That's what you can expect. Pretty cool. I like that spot gloss. So, but yeah, the artist here, I meant to pull that up because I do like to talk about the artwork, especially when it's really cool. Where is it? Come on, I know it's on the liner notes somewhere. I should have wrote this down in my notes, but we do half-ass reviews on this channel. We don't prep as much as I probably should. It's not here? Interesting. Oh, no, it's here. I'm just blind. Blind as hell. Cover art is by somebody's name that I cannot pronounce. I don't want to butcher it and be an asshole. But if you want to, come on, camera. Fucking. There we go. Cover art by Guang Yang. I don't know how to say his name. But yeah, he does phenomenal artwork. I was looking him up. And this is so super detailed and just, it's awesome. I love this art. It's so good. I know there's probably a lot more information around him and like the meaning behind this. It definitely is on the Bandcamp. Oh shit, I'm gonna go look it up now because now that I'm talking about it. Whip to Shreds Bandcamp. Okay. So if you're not familiar with my half-ass reviews, these are half-ass reviews for a reason. I don't go into like extensive detail around production and like writing styles and this sounds great here and the hi-hat's too high in the mix and like all that stuff. There's several other YouTubers that do that. I just say, hey, I really like this album and here's why and check it out. Like that's my promotional content. This is a concept album that sees a band dig into morbid fixation on death and afterlife in the context of traditional Chinese folklore. So that is essentially what is the sense of this album cover as well. It has, the cover art comes courtesy of Lee's long-term collaborator, artist Wang Yang. I'm so sorry. I'm so bad at other languages and trying to read it. And depicts a scene of Yan Lua Wang, god damn it, the god of hell, and the dead who must face his judgment in his demonic court. So, yeah, that's an awesome piece of art. I kind of wish there was a t-shirt for this. I didn't see it on Relapse's website. I have the Jubian, I can never say these names. The last album t-shirt, I wore it yesterday because I love that artwork too. But I would love this on a t-shirt. I need to find it. Maybe I'm just not looking in the right area, but I assumed Relapse would have had a copy of it would have a shirt, but I must be, I don't know. I didn't see it. Just a moment. So anyway, let's talk about the music. So I got this about 2 days before I evacuated for the hurricane, and I spun it a ton the day that I got it. Was blown away by this. I guess I don't know what I was expecting. I was thinking that it would be more of the same of what it was in the past album, where it just was really good, like heavy, crushing, dark death metal with a little bit of doom elements added into it. But this one, no, not at all. Like, in fact, there are a lot of similarities to the last couple of albums, but this one has more of a death grindy feel to it with that additional vocalist here. Michael Chavez adds this like death grindy vocal, like almost like a grindcore, score grindy style of vocal into it. It's a little bit more fast paced than several times. The riffage is amazing. Just again, Andrew Lee's an incredible guitarist, and there's just so much like melodicism added to this that there wasn't on the past albums. Just the guitar riffs are a highlight, and I love the back-to-back vocal styles of Andrew and Michael where they go back and forth. Like, Andrew still has, you know, his pretty, like, his normal vocal style that you hear on his past other records, but then you've got this additional vocalist, and I feel like it's just a really, really, really good mix. They go really well, they have a very good chemistry, and I really love that they added that for this album. So, I just was so happy when I listened to it, and I've been listening to this a ton. It is 10 tracks, 40 minutes long, and there are some tracks that are relatively shorter, within the 2-minute range, that make you feel like it almost would be like a death grindy album. But there's so much more elements to it. There's like death metal, there's like almost a grindcore sound to it. Like I said, there's a little bit more melodicness to it in regards to the guitar soloing. And then there's, of course, that just death metal. The vocal variances are so good on this, and it's definitely my favorite part of this album. So it is a really good album. It's hard for me to decide or just to like pick apart anything to say negative on it. The production sounds great. The first song, Into the Court of, can't say that word, is phenomenal. It's the longest track on the song on the album, which is funny that that's what they opened up with, but it's very like an epic opening to this album. It's just so It's such a good song, and then the whole entire album, there's not a single filler on here. Every single track is very good. So I'm a huge fan of this album. Like I said, kind of a sleeper. I knew it was coming, but I underestimated it, and now I absolutely love it. So again, check this out, Relapse Records. I will link in the description to the Bandcamp. As always, you know how to go to relapse.com and order it, but the Bandcamp, you can at least listen to it. And yeah, awesome stuff. Andrew Lee, man, he's a force. He's got like 100 other projects too, I think. Yeah, he's got Andrew Lee's Heavy Metal Shrapnel, which I've never heard. He's got this other band that I can't pronounce, another band I can't pronounce, Chasing Elvin Jones. Like, he's in like 100 projects. I think one of them is an anime grind band too, or something like that. I can't remember. I feel like that's what I saw. But yeah, he's awesome musician. Also, I think he did Ben Brain Smasher's intro song, or like helped write it or something. But yeah, he's an incredible musician. I love this band. I love this album. Can't say a bad thing about it. I can't. I've listened to it so much, and it ends so great. Like, just everything about it, all killer, no filler. Okay, so yeah. All right, and then the second release I wanted to talk about today is one that I got the promo for and I listened to before it came out. And I kept relatively quiet about it because I wanted people to experience this. Definitely an experience style of album, something that you have to take a bit of time with and digest. If you're not really familiar with this style of death metal, it's not the straightforward meat and potatoes death metal, as I like to call it. This is very much music theory death metal. Who said that? Somebody told me that the other day. We were talking about like different styles of death metal, and like this falls into the music theory death metal. That's not a shot at the people that play straightforward death metal. It's just the style that this is. And so Cosmic Putrefaction, Profound Lore Records, what the hell is this called again? Emerald Fires Atop the Farewell Mountain. So this is the fourth full-length album from the one-man death metal band. So he does everything on here. Yeah, blanking on the name. It's there, Gabriel. There we go. He used to be in he is Tourist Eburnia, which I have that CD. I should have pulled it off on Everlasting Spew. Just fucking incredible. Another incredible musician here. Absolutely super talented. My God, like, just the stuff that comes out of these guys' brains and fingers and all that stuff just blows my mind. This just came out October 4th. It actually came out the same day as Blood Incantation. And I was a little bit sad about that because I knew that Blood Incantation was going to take the reins there for release of the weekend or whatever, and people were blowing it up, and with good reason. You know, I too was very ecstatic for the new Blood Incantation after I finally heard it. So I get it, but I made sure to call out, like, on my Twitter and other social media outlets to be like, hey, like, yes, the new Blood Incantation is out today, but please, 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 please do not miss out on this new Cosmic Putrefaction album. It is phenomenal. When I heard the promo for it, I wasn't in the right mindset. I was sitting on my couch and I just pulled it up on my like promo app that I have where I listen to music, and was just playing it on my iPhone speakers while I was doing something on my laptop, and like didn't really fully engage with it. It was kind of just like, yeah, that's good. And then finally, when I like sat down at my desk and like put my headphones on and listened to the promo, I kind of felt like I went into like a vortex. I say that when I get into really immersed music, like when I really immerse myself into an album, I went into like a vortex, and I pretty much just stopped working at that point and just listened to the album from beginning to end. Every little nitpicky detail of what was going on here. And it's just, it's so Jesus Christ. This album has completely swept me off my feet. I love dark, dissonant death metal with a lot of the like progressiveness in the music style. I don't want you to think that this is like straight up prog where they threw in Pink Floyd sounds and like where he threw in Pink Floyd, like how Blood Incantation. It's not that at all. It's just he has a writing style in regards to like the synths and the guitars that he has, and he has like soundscapes. There's a lot of ambience on here. That like has a little bit more of that progressive feel to it, that little more melodic progressive feel to it, while also still being incredibly dark, heavy, crushing, annihilating death metal. Like you are in a galaxy of just being absolutely destroyed, while also having these moments of clarity that are just so like dark and beautiful, I guess you could say. It is a concept album as well. I'm reading the write up that Profound Lore did for like the promotional aspects of it. Musically speaking, the concept is depicted through an even broader palette of influences compared with its predecessor, which was a great album, and I'm sad I never talked about that on here. Ranging from most hammering death metal riffs, yes, to progressive veins and even shades of symphonic black metal. The symphonic black metal wasn't something that I caught up quite yet when I first heard it, but after going back and listening, there's definitely those elements into it. There's definitely a very black metal style to this as well. Embraced through an almost omnipresent wide atmosphere and multi-layered arrangements of distant guitars, sorry, cellos and synths. Like there's he threw the whole kitchen sink at this album, and it goes so well. Like again, it's not one of those super proggy death metal albums like similar to Tumult or Blood Incantation. No, like this is very much a death metal album. A lot of atmosphere added to it with a little bit more instrumentation and those styles in there. Also, the ex Hideous Divinity drummer, I believe. Yes, he's a session drummer on this. Sorry, I was reading that. Phenomenal. Simply phenomenal. Incredible drummer on this. It's very powerful performance on here, and that really adds to this. So again, Gabriel is an incredible musician. Just the work that he has done with this band, I feel like is very overlooked. People don't necessarily give it its praise as much as they should. The past several albums that he has put out for this band has been incredible. The last album that came out in 2022, sadly, I don't know why I never talked about it on here. I do own it. Crepuscular Dirge for the Blessed Ones. I can't say it. Was also out on Profound Lore. I feel like that skated under the radar. People didn't talk about it as much. Was also a phenomenal album. I highly recommend going back and listening to that. But this one is by far the best output that he has had for this. And just the spacey theme of this is absolutely incredible. So, printed inner sheet here with the lyrics and liner notes and some nice spacey artwork here. This artwork is simply phenomenal. I believe it's Chaos Dictator. Is that who did it? Let's see here. I know that I saw that somewhere. Again, I probably should have. Here, it's on the back. Probably should have wrote Chaos Dictator. So this album artwork is stunning. I love his logo as well. Just my camera is not doing this justice. If you pick up this vinyl, do so. I highly recommend. Like in terms of formats, I'm not much of a format snob. Like I do prefer vinyl, but if you're able to buy the vinyl, I would definitely do it for the artwork just alone. Nice black flooding. A great back of the jacket here with some more phenomenal artwork. Oh, God, this album. I think I've listened to this probably 10 or 15 times already in the last couple of days since I've gotten it. I got this on Saturday. Yes, I got it on Saturday. So it was a little bit delayed. I think that's because I had other stuff in my order. But yeah, and then I got the colored version. There was only two versions. There was this colored and there was a black version. I just loved the color because I thought it went phenomenal with the album. And the stickers are cool. So this is still available. It's not sold out. So definitely take a listen to this. Again, it's very, might take a little bit of time to digest, I guess you could say. It's definitely a dedicated listen. And I forgot to mention he is from Italy, but it is nice that he's on Profound Lore because it's easy to get his music. Sometimes when bands are out of Italy, it can be tough because Italy shipping is ridiculous to the U.S., which that's not Italy's fault. I think that's that might have a lot to do with the US. I don't know. But anyway, it's 7 tracks, 43 minutes, and with just how thick and atmospheric and just dissonant times and heavy and crushing, I think that's a perfect amount, perfect runtime for this album. Any more, it would have just been too much. So phenomenal album. Both great albums, definitely different veins of death metal, but still phenomenal. Amazing musicianship on here, great writing. 2 albums that have come out from the last month that just have wowed me, that I have absolutely loved, and would, you know, just wanted to talk about them and nerd out about it on here. Gonna go and probably listen to them again today, because I'm hooked. So that's all I have. Hope everybody had a great weekend. Again, my half-ass reviews, it's just, you know, it's satire when I say that. But again, I don't go into like the nitty-gritty details that a lot of YouTube reviewers do. But this is just how I talk about music. If you're new to the channel, figured out how to explain that. All right, I'll see everybody in the next one. Oh, I did meant to actually I have one more announcement. Somebody asked. Yes, the giveaway winner reached out to me. The package was sent. He's received it. So yes, that is all done. I know sometimes people don't respond and I pick a new winner. I did not have to do that this time. So new giveaway will be coming again soon. I've got a bunch of stuff coming. A couple of labels have been sending me stuff, so I'm happy about that. So I'll be doing for giveaway. So I'll probably do a giveaway at the end of the year. So December, Happy New Year giveaway. So that'll probably be the next one. So all right, that's all I have. I'll see you guys in the next one.